Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a pick a card reading, a timeless pick a card reading. So whenever you watch this video, the messages will be relevant for when you're watching it. You guys chose where is this connection going for the most popular vote. So this is the pick a card reading you guys are getting today. Where is this connection going? Let's have a look. There are 3 piles to pick from. We've got the Island Time Wellness for pile 1. The Archetypes by Kim Krantz for 2, and then the Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh for 3. Bearing in mind you can be drawn to 1 pile, 2 pile, or 3 piles. Obviously, usually I feel like if you're just watching all of them for every reading, I would maybe say don't. But if you feel really drawn to do it, do it. If I'm giving advice on a general reading, it's general. If you're listening to a general reading, it's general. And if you want more specific information about your situation, book me for a reading and we can certainly have a look into your situation for you. We go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, and on Saturdays on Twitch, Psychic Saturdays, 11 PM British Standard Time, and that equates to 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. So guys, I'm going to show you close up of the cards in a moment. If you need extra time, pause the video. By all means, take as much time, just take a deep breath, focus in on where you think your most relevant information is coming, because obviously for this one it may not be that you need to pick more than 1 pile, because usually it's going to be a definitive answer, but we'll see. Let's see what comes up. We're not going to know until we know. So guys, let's have a look. Okay guys, so this is the pile number 1 here, the Island Time Wellness. Pile 2 is the Kim Krantz Archetypes cards, and this is pile 3. This is the James Van Praagh Soul Journey cards. By all means, take some time, pause the video, and when you're ready, let's get started. Hello pile 1, this is your reading. The Island Time Wellness was the deck you guys chose, so let's have a look. Where is your connection going? So Spirit, at the time when these people, these subscribers, the viewers are watching this video, for pile number 1, those that picked pile 1, where is their connection going? The connection that they have on their minds at this present moment, when they're watching, where is it going? Let's get some insight. I'm really excited. I've got an excited feeling here. Wait, I was ready, but I kind of wasn't ready at the same time. Probably, maybe you're all going to feel the same. This is definitely not for all of you. This is definitely not for all of you. But if you've been watching my readings, this has been following us around, okay? Can you guess which card it is? Yes. Well, I mean, they're not shy. They're not shy. This energy feels very close. It feels like this is going to be a very fast-moving energy. I think, see, this is the thing. If you're watching at the time when this is uploaded, we've just had the autumn equinox. We've had Jupiter going direct. We've now got Saturn going direct on the 29th. We've got the new moon, harvest moon on the 1st. There's a lot going on. I don't want you out of my life, I'm hearing. I know what I know. I don't want you out of my life. I want you in my life. I want you in my life. Wow. Wow. They may have to, yeah, they're moving away from something. I feel like this is possibly a block for some of you. They may still be in a current situation, or still sort of reminiscing about the past, or still have a remnants of an ex around them possibly, because we've got breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So you guys may be watching this thinking, listen, we're not even talking. How are you? Why would this even be a thing? Listen, I don't pick these cards. These cards, I use jumpers. When I'm shuffling the cards, I use the jumpers for that reason, because this is Spirit showing us the information. It's not me choosing the information, it's these guys that can see all, okay? Interestingly, we've got 3 cards that have come up in the reverse. We've got Hand of Cards, Love, and the Sword and the Rose, right? So I feel like possibly at some point this person, you swap the roles, gender roles, swap the actual positions of who's doing what accordingly to your situation, if the rest of the information fits. This possibly has been someone that's learned a very conditional love, because we had unconditional love in the reverse, okay? We also had Hand of Cards, which was maybe them overthinking. So I feel like they're coming out of that now. Maybe they weren't showing you what they wanted, and maybe they still are, okay? Just kind of keeping things quiet. They don't maybe want to take a chance. Maybe they were playing it safe up until this point, okay? And then we've got the Sword and the Rose in the reverse as well, which is clarity and truth. So there could have been a lot of in confusion before. There could have been some energy secrets coming out. Maybe they were confused about the situation before. Maybe, again, I'm hearing things coming to light. So it could have been that we were waiting for this energy to shift from a pattern of behaviour or a situation they were in. And possibly the time is coming. I'm hearing 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks. Whether or not, you know, what that applies to with you guys is going to be different for everyone. I wouldn't be able to comment on that. Wow, look at this. Is what they're moving out of. This is what they're moving out of. You have to speculate to accumulate, I'm hearing. So they know that, because I feel like this is also something that they're aware of, is that they know if they close this out, they have to come towards you. And are they ready? That's the issue. So I think they know. So in answer to your question, where's this connection going? The majority of you, I can't guarantee every single one of you, because that would just be a little bit unrealistic and harsh, because I don't want to give false hope. But for a lot of you, this is definitely a serious, someone that's very focused, that knows what they want, but they're just closing out this old cycle. They're closing out karmic patterns. They're closing out toxic behaviours. Wow, look. So maybe they've not admitted this yet, but look, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date someone likes you. someone more than likes you. We've got freaking where this could lead to engagement and serious commitment. So that's what I do want to say. It could, all right. Not that I'm going to guarantee it, but wow, we're moving on to a different level here, leveling up. So we've got transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So this is a no contact. Again, there's something around them that's possibly blocking their energy here. All right, there's definitely something around them that's blocking their energy. And as soon as they decide what they're going to do about this, because I feel like they know, but it's like they're trying to maneuver away from it without causing all kinds of weird situations. So let's pull some tarot here. I want to pull some tarot to get a bit more depth on this situation. So you guys can get a... Was there something in that card? So you guys can get a proper understanding of what this means. So for pile 1, please, Spirit, for pile 1s, for pile 1, what exactly can you tell us about where this is going, this connection that pile 1s are thinking about? What can you tell us, please? What else can you tell us? They're thinking of you. Could even be that you're going to get a text message very soon, but this person's definitely thinking of you. Wow. Wow, guys. Okay, we've got the moon here. This is a very deep connection. This is a very, look, flux and reflux. They could be in this very transitional energy that is kind of hard to pin down at the moment. It could be that their brain's all over the place and they're trying to get like a level of balance on their feelings, because I feel like I'm just feeling a bit giddy on this pile. Okay, when they're getting their head kind of totally, because look, we've got the 4 of Swords, so it could well be that they're taking time and space out at the moment to gain clarity on what to do, how to move forward, what are we going to do to move past this. But there's some real depth here. I think they're starting to realise this. If they haven't already, they're going to, because it's kind of obvious. Again, keep an eye out for their behaviours over the next coming weeks, up until the 1st of October if you're watching this, obviously any other time. Just wait for the next new moon, because again, moon, there's something very pivotal about this new moon, harvest corn moon in Aries, that's going to be very I love how the guides say illuminating. So again, it's there could have been a break, a pause with this. Maybe you guys at some point did argue, 5 of Swords, maybe there was a bit of confusion, maybe this is the karmic situation that's causing all this confusion. They're trying to get their, I'm hearing they're trying to catch their breath. They don't want to make a mistake with this, so I feel like they're trying to be sensible. They're trying to, I'm getting all excited for you guys. You have to, if this is you, let me know in the comments. Make a note of this video and let me know in the, yeah, look, they're freeing themselves, 9 of Pentacles. This is independence, Lord of material gain. So they're freeing themselves from a current situation in order to come towards you. The Chariot is in reverse, so it basically at the moment there's a pause possibly, but Again, don't forget the timing element of this. So this is definitely, in my opinion, divine timing. We'll pull an angel answer card in a moment. This is, they see a future here. I mean, obviously, if they want to sort of establish strength, they're trying to build on decent boundaries, on decent foundations here. Whatever they possibly got themselves into before, it could have been rushed. So they want to make sure that this is not just some, you know, sort of very fast-paced kind of shining flame, that this isn't just going to burn out. They want it because, again, I think they were used to it being kind of conditional before, where it's like tit for tat. You know, if you don't do this, I'm not going to do that. I want this, and if I want this, then you should do that for me. And so they're unlearning this. They've been in that energy. Whatever this karmic relationship was that they were in, it was whooped to the backside here, you know. That they can see they were very confused about their future. It could be that there's a lot of shifts that they're going to have to make. Could be practical arrangements that they're trying to make in terms of their future before, again, it's like they're trying to put all their pieces together. It's like they're strategically no, they're not strategically. 1 minute they want to throw themselves in, and the rest of the time they're confused. Okay, so again, we're waiting for this to kind of balance itself out. So I was going to say being strategic, but the hand of cards fell in the reverse. Yeah, they want reunion. The Six of Cups flew out over the engagement card and the Nine of Pentacles. They want reunion. They want this connection to go to the next level. On the Moon card fell the Queen of Cups. So you guys could have a very, very, very psychic connection. You could be telepathic. You could be receiving messages from this person. They could also be doubting that they're receiving messages from you and you're receiving messages from them. So you guys could be sat and not talking about it. And they could be sort of in their head about, this can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. Yeah, it's real. Yes, it's real. It's all, see, again, they're fluctuating between wanting to throw themselves in and then sitting there because of the environment they could be in. It's confusing the life out of them. Whatever this karmic energy is making them doubt their reality, because I feel there's possible gaslighting going on. So again, it's making them doubt absolutely everything. And unfortunately, Spirit want to clarify this with this card here. It's not a good influence, and they're having to break away from that. And again, it's the mental clarity, it's the mental independence. I feel like it's mentally, this is a mental block. Okay, I don't think it's physical, I don't think it's emotional, as in why they're still in an old situation. If this relates to you, it's not physical. I mean, it may well be a little bit with the devil. We'll look into that. I think it's more mental. I think it's more mental block. Again, it's like someone's trying to create an illusionary energy around them, so they doubt or everything they're choosing to do. It's done in a very manipulative manner from what I'm picking up. Again, Two of Swords. Again, it's designed to block the energy. They want to take a chance, but again, they're doubting it because of a block. They're doubting it because of a block. So there's definitely a karmic energy here that is I'll be honest with you, with this pile, this is possibly one of the things that's blocking this, one of the main things. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So once this person gets their head around what exactly is going on, because I think this is the thing, this is what I'm reading from this pile. And again, if you get to this point and you think, yeah, I resonate with all this, and the next part doesn't, then don't take that as though nothing of this was correct. But I'm honing in on more specific details as I'm getting them. But this is going to be more specific now, because I need to get the message out, otherwise it will just come out in every reading. This energy here is about control. There's an energy or a connection here of control. People are not, again, it's like, this is ego. This is ego. It's someone wants to control the situation with someone else, and they know, I'll be honest with you, this energy is showing me here that they know that this person's trying to free themselves, and so they're trying to create illusions, unfortunately. They don't, again, it's very codependent. It's very codependent. Five of Pentacles. So this is being left out in the cold. This person's fighting. This is the thing. Let's say, for example, you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm the person in that relationship or whatever. if you're in a relationship with someone that is doing something or is connecting with someone or is on an emotional level attached to someone or sexual connection or whatever the element of the third party is, if you know in your heart of hearts and you're fairly sure that this is an emotional connection, especially with someone and or any other kind of third party element, you have to sit and think, is this something that I can be changing? Is this something, like for example, there's many different reasons for third parties, but because I've got to be realistic, and I know this is going to trigger people. So if you get to this point, you're like, how dare you? Listen, I've been cheated on. So can I just say it from that perspective? I was lazy. I'm not even going to lie. I was I'm going to hold my hands up. I was lazy. I was the girlfriend that was like, whatever. So when you're not taking responsibility, can I sit and put all the blame on another person? Absolutely not. Because that would be ridiculous. That would be my ego talking then, okay? Now, am I saying this for everyone? I feel like I've got to really hone in on this advice. Am I saying this for everyone? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is there's lessons here. And as long as the lessons are being learned, if you feel like the lesson is not being learned, this karmic situation will continue. If the lesson's being learned, that's it. Soul contract completed. Okay, again, personalised reading for more specific information, but because this will have very varying outcomes for everyone. This one, not so much. Death. They want this. This is not, whatever this connection is, was only meant to help learn a lesson. Again, to find inner truth. Hermit. Once they find this, the voice of light. Once they get a handle on what this really is. This is the thing. This is what I'm picking up. For them to admit, the person that's in this karmic relationship that someone's gaslighting them on, for them to admit that this is what's going on, it bruises their ego. This is an ego issue. They don't want to admit that this person's doing it because it's embarrassing for them. Yeah, look. Heartbreak. They're dealing with this in their own way. Three of Swords. So they're slowly moving step by step away from this connection. Look. They're trying to cut this out. Queen of Swords. It's whatever this was, it was just not serving them. It was just very cold and cutting. They want to come to you. We've got counterparts here. We've got the King and the Queen of Cups landing on the moon. Counterparts here. Could be water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces. I was going to say Gemini. Could be Gemini. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But this Queen of Swords landed on top of the Queen of Cups. So this is blocking. And this person knows that. So they've got to free themselves on multiple levels and also be ready for a commitment, because they know if they go into this with you, or if obviously if you're watching this and you're the other person you're the karmic, or you're the person in the relationship, take the roles accordingly. But whoever it is that needs to free themselves from the situation, they're also not quite ready for a serious commitment. So again, they're trying to process everything. They're trying to understand what's real and what isn't, because this has thrown them for a loop. All right, yeah, look. This here, they don't want this. This is a tower moment. They don't want, I mean, it's going to probably happen if they don't move on it, but you know what I mean? At some point, this is the lightning striking. This is like the real deal. The stars at the bottom of the deck with healing. So it could be that, let's see, what is, yeah, the decision about the arguments. There's last judgment of Five of Swords. So arguing. I feel like there's going to possibly, some of you, there's a tower moment and possible arguments that's going to essentially bring this out and close this out for the you know, possible soulmate twin flame connection to come in. When it does, engagement ring, serious commitment, serious, again we've got Six of Cups as well on top of that, so possible even children involved, you know, having children, making a family, building something, start, I don't know, working together even, because again we've got the Nine of Pentacles as well. So let's have a look. Angel answers here. What else can you tell us for pile 1? Where is this connection going for pile 1? Where is this connection going for pile 1? Those who picked pile 1, where's the connection going? Yeah, this one wanted to come out. We've got a peaceful resolution here. This one wanted to come out but stayed in. We've got get more information, which is possibly where this person's trying to deliberate. Wow. The trust. No matter what role you play in this. If you're the karmic, you need to trust that there's something better for you. Not saying that this person's not better, I'm just saying for in terms of you, there's something better for you, because it's like the soul contract's been upheld, and so you need to move on. For the person that's waiting for this to close out, trust that it will, and that everything in divine timing. And for the person that has to make the decision, trust your own instincts, you know. It's calling for trust, because look, this is going to bring abundance. This is a very abundant energy. You just have to trust that it's real. There's an illusionary feel to this, and again, it's a feel that with Neptune in reverse, it feels very much like a elusive, and like again with the moon, it's that depth of confusion. Again, with all the other kind of references to confusions as well. So guys, this was your reading. Hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care. Hello, pile 2. This is going to be your reading for where is this connection going. So if you chose pile 2, you picked the Kim Kranz Archetypes deck. This is going to be your reading here. Let's have a look. Spirit, for those who picked pile 2 at the time of this, watching this recording here, when they actually go to watch it, the person that they're thinking of, feeling, what exactly is happening in this connection, what will happen, where's the connection going? Yeah, where's the connection going? Yeah, okay, perfect. Okie doke. First of all, we had 4 or 5 cards that came out right at the beginning. Someone's very scared of admitting really how much is going on inside their head. They're this is so close to moving forward. So first of all, we've got Apocalypsis and the Mask. So death, rebirth, and the mask. So I feel like someone was wearing a mask until now. Maybe they were afraid of really admitting what exactly was going on with this. Maybe they were, you know, poker facing it, and you were thinking, is this can't be right. They don't have any feelings. The threshold, this is about to be revealed. Okay, so if they've been keeping quiet, keeping stum, then you know this is about to shift. Because we've got the medallion. So there's a breakthrough coming with this connection. All right, we've got the box, the maiden, so things were kept quiet, things were kept hidden. The siren, so this could be very strong sexual energy here. Then we've got Thanatos, which I think, again, no, this is revelation and life and death. Okay, so Thanatos is, Thanatos is life and death, rebirth, and Apocalypsis is revelation, I think. So truth. Just lighting some incense. My incense has disappeared already. I don't know where that's gone. I think it fell out. Let's just light that up again. Apologies, guys. Yeah, it's fallen out. I thought as much. Right, it fell over. Let's light this up as well. So let's have a look, because it looks like there's a bit of history here. Maybe they weren't ready to settle down. Let's have a look. Where's this connection going? At the moment, it's very sexual. And there wasn't a lot of honesty about feelings, mainly because someone was scared, all right? But I want to go to the fountain deck and let's clarify more information. Let's see. Okay, so for people that picked pile 2, for those who picked pile 2, where's this connection going? Where is this connection going? Bottom of the deck is the Poet. So it could be that they're very good with words. Maybe this person sold you the world and then they didn't follow it up. Or maybe they haven't said anything how they feel, and when they do, come forward. Because I feel like it's either one or the other. Again, depending on who's watching, what your situation is. Someone's going to be very, very, very eloquent, possibly with communication at one point or another, if not already has been. So let's have a look. Where's this going? Where's this going for pile 2? Where's the connection going for pile 2, please? Okay, that's an interesting land. I've got cards landing on my arm. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Someone's needing healing. That's number 1. Okay. Again, someone's not making a decision. They're close to making a decision. but they haven't made it yet. So they're very close to making a decision here, but they're avoiding it. So they're trying to decide what they want to do. Something has to close out that isn't. Could be a relationship, because we've got Ten of Swords reversed, Ace of Coins reversed, we've got the Star in reverse. So there's no healing here because someone's not making any decisions. Let's have a look. Where's this connection going, please? Those who picked pile 2. Yeah. They could have possibly been very defensive before about this, but I feel like they're coming out of that now with the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So again, if someone was very defensive in the interactions with you, it could well be that they're slowly coming around to something here. Their feelings possibly. Let's see, where's this connection going for number 2, please? For those who picked pile 2. They don't want to move. Why do they not want to move? There's a Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. They're scared to move. Why are you scared to move? Bottom of the deck, 5 of Coins in the reverse. They're worried that if they move towards you, they're going to land themselves in the same situation. Now, this is the thing. If they've got a karmic in their life at the moment, mother, family member, friend, there's a very suppressed energy here. There's a fear. And I think there's a concern that if they move out of that towards you, you may end up being the same energy. They're worried that, again, they're worried their feelings are going to be trampled all over. King of Cups. So they've got very deep feelings, possibly, and they're worried that, because they've been in a position they've given themselves before and it just hurt them. They don't want to work on something that's going to hurt them again. So they're still, this person needs healing. This person absolutely is not in the right mindset. This person is still very much possibly in a dark night of the soul. They don't want to give or invest anything because they don't know what this is. They don't get it. Okay, this is not to say they don't get you and they don't get your connection. They're just struggling. This person's really struggling. We've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So it's wounded warrior energy that they're slowly trying to come out of. Where's this connection going for pile 2, please? Someone's really stabbed them in the... I'm not going to lie. Someone has really done a number on this number 2. Temperance in the reverse. So there's they need spiritual healing. They need balance. That they don't have it. There's no peace. There's literally no peace. Wherever they're at is very confusing for them. Where's pile 2? The people that picked pile 2. Where is this connection going, please? Wow. Okay, we've got cards. Interesting cards coming up. Let's, if I can get this one. Wow, that's interesting. So on top of the Ace of Coins in the reverse, on top of the 8 of Wands in the reverse, on top of the 8 of Coins in reverse, and Apocalypsis, which is revelation, they don't want to move forward because they know they're going to have to make effort. Because look, this is them. Ace of Cups. There's love here. This is love. You know, if they haven't already figured out that this is how they feel, they're going to. My incense is going insane. What on earth is going on here? Whoever's picked this pile, there's a lot of energy, because my incense is like every kind of thing possible is happening in this reading. There's a lot of chaos possibly around them. There's possibly a lot of chaos around them, and I think they're worried about bringing you into this, if I'm totally honest with you, because whatever's going on in this person's life is no joke. It feels like someone's just, it's like someone's put a firework in the middle of a freaking very, you know, sacred space almost, and sort of, it's a very contrasting energy. I feel this is possibly an empath. They could have possibly at some point with you displayed narcissistic qualities, but I don't believe they are. I mean, look, let's be realistic. The narcissist empath paradigm is on one part of the same spectrum, but on just different ends. Is that an excuse for the behaviour? Absolutely not. But this is usually a wounded individual that is displaying pain through their actions. And this person's in the depth of a lot of very heavy energy, and they're trying to, it's like I can see someone swimming underwater, because we've got the moon in the reverse here as well. They're swimming underwater trying to find the way up to the surface, and they can't find it. It's like a dark night of the soul they're in. Now, in answer to your question, where's this connection going? When they get to the top, they're going to be ready, but this needs healing, and this is going to involve time. All right, this is going to involve time. This person's very much wounded right now. They're very defensive. They're very confused. It's like a wounded animal. That sounds harsh, but my heart goes out to this person because they're scared. This is not a bad energy, but the environment around them is kind of toxic. Where's this connection going, please? Pile 2. Okay. Yeah, look. This is where it's going. It's a very beautiful connection. Queen of Cups. The problem we've got here with this pile is that this person has a lot of healing to do. All right. Yeah, they're just in something here with the world in the reverse. It's whatever karmic contract they're in. They haven't satisfied it just yet. They will do. Let's have a look. What can you tell us here, Angel Answers, about pile 2? Where this connection is going? Where's pile 2's connection going, please? Where is this connection going for pile 2? Where is this connection going? Yeah, look. Don't stop. So, again, let's say you've been this person's support system. And listen, this is not to say that if you listen to this and go, listen, I've already got a plan of action. I know now, you've told me something that I need to know. Now I've got a plan of action. If you get to the part where I'm giving advice and you feel like this is not for you, then don't follow it. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. My recommendation is, if you know this person, you've been their rock, too late to come out now. Sorry, but because I feel like it's this, from where I'm looking, there's not for everyone, but for the majority, this is going to lead somewhere. If you give up now, it's just showing. It's like we've got to be careful of the trust here. Improving health. Again, this is someone's possibly being unwell, needing healing. So it could be that you have to keep going and focusing only on you. And for some of you, it could well be that you know that you've made your bed with this, and this person doesn't have any other support, and you're in the periphery trying to support them. Just use your circumstances and look, bottom of the deck, peaceful resolution. This is coming. This is coming, but just make sure you're not giving too much in this at the moment, because the energy is very heavy when I'm reading this. My ears are totally blocked. It's because this person is around a lot of energy that's mentally confusing for them, and also people in their ears giving them information that isn't accurate. Just watch for that. All right, pile 2, where's this connection going? Pile 2, where's this connection going for pile 2? So just be aware that if there's communication between you guys, that it's not cutting and harsh, because I feel like that's not going to help. They could be drinking. They could be immersing themselves in self-medicating. This person's really going through it, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. I feel like my head is... The energy is very heavy. I want to cry as well. This person's feels like a dark night of the soul. There's a possible depression here, and they're possibly drinking to numb themselves. We need to give this time. This is an energy of this. Listen, if you get to a point where you know in your heart of hearts this is not for you, then you move on. But if you know in your heart of hearts that this is just a temporary measure, you're very strong soulmate, soul connection, and that this has to play out, then this is at some point going to evolve into love, and it's going to be balanced. The mask will come off. This person will have more peace around them. They will be free to do, because this feels like a restricted energy, but it's based on pain, very strong pain energy. Okay, where's this going for pile 2, please? Yeah. Again, the energies are very manipulative, and I'm not saying that your person is very manipulative, but there's something going on here that's very not something I'd want to be in. But look at what cards come out. King of Pentacles and the Star. So this is someone offering a serious commitment after healing. Okay. At the moment, they could be in this energy. Like I said, maybe slightly narcissistic. No offense. Obviously, if they're wounded and they're a very strong empath, then that could well be the situation. We've got Magician in reverse and the Chariot. So possibly very confused. They could be giving very mixed signals. One minute they're into you, the next minute they're not. They don't want to know. Just be aware that if that's the case, give them time and space. If you know that it's crossing a boundary, then don't accept it. You know, but if you know that this person's gone through nightmare situation, don't force the issue, because it's not going to help you. All it'll do is it will put more pressure on them, and you know, you don't want to rush into something while this energy is going on, because you'll be dragged into it. And I feel like this person may also be a bit worried about you getting dragged into that. So let's pull one more card. I want to pull one more card here. Romance Angels. Let's pull. Where's this connection going? Where's this going? Where is this going for pole 2, please? Where's the connection going? Where is this connection going? Yeah, we've got religious factors here. So this could be spiritual differences. Maybe they come from different cultures. Maybe it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that they have differing outlooks, and that's what they're going through to understand, so that they're matching you. We've got new love. So this definitely does have potential, but I just don't feel like it's time right now. There's a lot of healing that has to take place. Focus on your healing. If you're in a position where you're also having, you know, moved out of something very heavy, focus on your healing and it will help them. Obviously, make sure that you're honouring your boundaries. Again, if you know that this person's got the 0 people friends, then try and be supportive, but not at the expense of yourself. And hopefully that's been of some help. A very beautiful connection once this energy's been moved through. But at this point in time, this person needs a lot of healing. Okay, guys, hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care. Hello, pile 3. This is the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Praagh. Let's see. For pile 3, at the time of watching, where is pile 3's connection going? Those that are, you're thinking of at the moment, where's pile 3's connection going, please, Spirit? Where is it leading to? What's going to happen? Where's this going? Where is it going? Decisions being made. Something's being decided. Wow, this is a fighting spirit I've got here. Okay, this is brilliant. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm happy. We've got indecision in the reverse. Okay, so possibly imbalance at one point in time, but look what was coming in. Balance, partnership, perfect harmony, without judgment, balance, partnerships, justice, balancing the masculine and feminine, balancing action and inaction. We've got worry in the reverse. So if you've been worrying about this, you're coming out of that. Adversity, if this has been a real slog to get through, you're coming out of that. We've got imagination here. So if you've been manifesting things, this is 100% something that you could actually get to. Where's this going, please? Where's number 3's connection going? So if you've got something that popped in your head when I said imagination, there you go, there's your answer. A few of you are going to have had that when, as soon as I said imagination, something popped in your head. Yes. For the person that just said that in the head, yes. Where's this going? Okay, interesting. Right. Be very aware that if you're in a position where there's been a lot of history, you're not playing a part in the blame game. He said, she said, you did this, I'll do that. Because that's not going to help. We've also got health. So we need to honour looking after ourselves here. It could well be that at some point in time this maybe, you know, wasn't so much of a priority for some people. But let's have a look. Let's use the Lighters deck. Wow, that's interesting. Cards flying out everywhere. Let's get some more information on this pile. Let's see where this is going. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. So for pile 3 spirit, We've got indecision in the reverse, worry in the reverse, blame, health, imagination, adversity, balance. Where's it going? Where's pole number 3's connection going, please? Right, we've got cards moving out on their own. Right, okay, let's pull these cards. Oh wow. Okay, someone's in their head way too much. Someone's way too much in their head. We need to. So balance is going to come here, but it's like what? Okay. They're in their head about moving through something, because we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Someone needs to free themselves from a situation, move out of something. They were in denial at one point in time. I think they're trying to gain success with this without other things falling apart in their life. It could be that they have responsibilities here. Maybe their health has been affected. They're not seeing clearly. Someone's blaming something here. Someone is pointing fingers at blame at someone, and they're not seeing a situation clearly. There's a very defensive energy with this pile as well. There's an extremely defensive energy. So I'll be really honest with you. This is the thing. This feels more like there's issues around the actual relationship, aka they're confused by you, you're confused by them, and it's creating this kind of cycle of total confusion. And then you're acting on what you think's going on, and then they're acting on what they think's going on, and there's just this mess. Because now you may be triggered by sorry to trigger you, but you may be triggered by that information purely because I feel like you're sat here thinking, no, I've tried everything, I've tried. Okay, that's fine, but we've got the bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, working on things. So that's not one person working on something, that's two people working on something. Which leads me to believe that, is there ego here? Is it like, I'm not talking to you, I'm not going to, tell you how I feel, I don't want you to know how I feel. If that's the case, then they're also mirroring you. I don't want to tell this person how I feel either. So one of you, and again, you may sit here and go, oh, I'm not doing this. This is, why would I put myself on the line? Well, it depends what you want. And it depends if you want a relationship, because this is the thing. Relationships are work, Now, again, I feel like you're going to be getting triggered by this information. And listen, it's not me deliberately doing this, but again, if it's triggering you, then what does that tell you? There's obviously something that needs to be looked at. But let's get more information. So let's see, indecision reverse, 7 of Swords, please. Where's this connection going? Interesting. There could be a third party situation going on here. There's a weight involved. All right. So someone could be in a third party, and that's also another reason why things aren't progressing, because the third party situation is already happening. Let's have a look. Yeah. Someone's not worried about success or things changing or moving. So it feels like we're in a bit of a cycle here. So if this is a purely sexual connection right now, then at the moment, from the first lot of cards, this person's like, well, this suits me. This suits me. There's no boundaries, it suits me. So let's have a look. We've got blame and Ace of Swords in the reverse. So at some point in time, there was definitely a fallout. So it could have been based on the previous situation where we're in a loop. Someone was being used, possibly. The Ace of Swords in the reverse is like no clarity of what exactly was going on. So someone moved away. So this could have been your situation in the scenario where you felt like, someone wasn't being honest. They were just sort of having their cake and eating it. There was no changes. So you were like, I'm out. Or even they swapped the roles accordingly. It could have been your health was affected. Maybe you weren't seeing things clearly. Again, wounded energy, defensive, based on what previously happened. Again, if it's not previous, it could be now. you could have been in your, again, your imagination could have gone a little bit wild. Maybe you accused them of something. Maybe you were so determined this person's done something to you, and that, you know, you were like, I'm out, I'm done. You put your boundaries down. You overcome adversity and you freed yourself from the situation. Okay, again, if this is not you, it could be your person. Wow. And it feels like the moment you it feels like the moment you freed yourself, yeah, it feels like the moment you freed yourself, they're like, hi, could I offer you a commitment? So this is, let's say for example, you haven't actually done that yet. If you do it, and that's not to say you free yourself only thinking on what I've told you in this reading, because obviously for some of you this may not resonate and may not be accurate because it's a general reading. But if the first part really resonates, then, and you haven't already stepped out of that, now my recommendation is that don't do it based on what you think they're going to do. Only do it when you're ready, because you can't just step out and be independent and be like, see, there's my move, now I want to see your move, because it's not real, is it? It's like a forced, it's manipulative, you know. So the balance that because you're making moves in order to balance the situation out, which is then going to allow them to reflect on what they were doing. And I'm telling you, they're going to be like, I'm not happy with this. I want to offer you this, all right? So let's see, where's this connection going for pile 3? Yeah, they're undecided. Look, and again, it could be the third party. So they could know that to get to you, they're going to have to close out a third party. So you may have walked away, and they know that they're going to have to, if they really want this, yeah, look, they're going to have to close this out. Look, this is 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be family environment, people with kids, a family. They know that you are not budging on this situation. They're like, I shouldn't laugh. They're like, oh no, why did I leave this so long? And there's a crow going, haha, you needed to make a decision. This is, you know, this is your time to make your decision. Where's your ace of, because look, where's your ace going? Is it in the staying in the same position or not? But let's have a look. Ace of Wands, there's movement coming here. Where's pile 3's person? Where's this connection going? Okay, so the indecision, because we've got Knight of Wands, which is usually a very indecisive card, that's gone reverse on top of balance. So there was an indecision at one point in time that isn't, yeah, look, it's done. It's done, it's a wrap. This is where it's going. They're choosing their heart. They're choosing their heart. They're making their decision. They're making their decision. Right, so what is their decision? What's the outcome? That you're going to be getting a message of communication very soon, some of you. Where's this going? They're walking away from their existing commitment. For some of you, they're going to be walking away from... For some of you, they're going to be walking away from, if you're the third party, it could be you. But because they're moving away from someone here. 3 of Swords. They are going to be moving away from someone. Pile 3, where's this commitment going, please? The Tower. So we've got a Tower moment coming in. They've been holding on to maybe you and another person, and I think Spirit will be like, we need to move on this now. We're going to bring a Tower moment in. So let's see, where's this going? Balance. And then we've got the Sun. So there's a rebalancing going on here. So again, the balance between you and them, a balance between them and them, a balance between them and their existing commitment. There's a balance. Whoever's picked this pile, bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. Now, for some of you, they're going to stay with their person. And for some of you, this person's going to move on to you. So we're going to do 3 piles. And I want you to pick between 1, 2 and 3. Or 1, 2 and 3. What you are drawn to, and that will be your outcome. So for pile 1, what is the outcome? Where is this connection going for pile 1, please? Where is this connection going for pile 1? Where's this connection going for pile 2? Where's the connection going for pile 2? Where's the connection going for pile 3? There's a Chinook passing over. That's going to be relevant for someone. Yes, we're near the home of the British Army, so we get a lot of military around. Right, let's see. I'm going to pull some more angel answers now for pile 1, 2, 3. Where's the connection going for pile 1, 2, 3, please? Where's the connection going for pile 1, 2, 3? Pile 1, where's the connection going? Okay, that wants to stay there. Pile 1, where's the connection going? Pile 1, where's the connection going? Pile 2, where's the connection going? Pile 2, where is this connection going? And pile 3, where's the connection going? Pile 3. Pile 3. Let's see. Come on, guys. It's because of the card that landed. They're like, listen, if you need more... They're like, if you need more information, then I don't know what to say to you. It was a fairly definitive card answer. So they're like, listen, don't be greedy, Jale. So we're not going to give you any more. Yeah, look. Yeah, that's going on there as well. Right, pile 1s. Where's this going? Okay, pile 1s. This is your answer where this connection's going. So we've got a yes exclamation mark, but it's in the reverse, right? It's because it's not the right time. Something about this is a timing block, right? And we've got, it is safe for you to love, but there's something about finances and career. So maybe their finances are tied up, maybe their career's blocked at the moment, they need to focus on that. It feels like right person, possibly wrong time. So I feel like we need to kind of give this a bit more time to see where this is going. So where's your connection going? It needs to heal first. This person needs to take care of finances, career, their own life, as possibly do you, or one or both of you do. And then at that point, sometime in the future, this could reconnect. Pile 2, big happy changes. So there's definitely a lot on its way. We've got unlikely in the reverse. So this looks very positive. We've got chemistry and passion. So this is a very passionate pile. There's a very passionate pile here. There's allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So, yes, you guys will probably end up pulling your person towards you magnetically because there's a strong pull. So pile 3, no need to worry. No need to worry here. There's an abundant situation. This is an abundant situation. And this card was the first card to fly out and land on pile 3. So this is true love. So pile 3s, this is a done deal. Where's it going? Serious commitment. Serious commitment. And then we've got retreat and playfulness. So if at the moment things are on a pause, it's because maybe things are falling into place. Make sure you're maintaining a playful attitude though, because this is going to be important. So to summarise, pile 1, this could have potential, but it's not the right time. Pile 2 is very strongly, I feel, sexual at the moment, but it could develop into something. But I feel like, again, we need to balance the situation out. If it's only sexual, we need to have take your time with it, see where it goes, because at the moment it's very sexually led, I feel. Pile 3, I feel this is very, very committed energy, very focused, very determined. This person, I think, has you in mind for their future, but we just need to let this play out and for them to make a decision. Okay, so guys, hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, subscriptions. Catch me live, as I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays on Twitch as well, 11 PM British Standard Time, 6 PM Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Wish you the best of luck. Leave me in the comments all your feedback. Take care. Next time. Bye bye.